Hello, Riccardo. So your new film, Modi or Modigliani, I think it's pronounced.
Well
This is a
pronounced.
Thank you very much. I'll take that. I understand this is a project that Al Pacino had kind of instigated quite some years ago, and that it was a role that he had lined up for himself a long time ago. So he is in the film. So can you tell me about? Did he give you any notes or talk to you about his perspective on the character?
Uh, well, we didn't have the chance to talk to each other very much before shooting because I met Al a couple of days before we did the big scene together. But Johnny, through Johnny, he told me everything, how, this from the, sorry about that. Sorry. And um, and so Johnny basically he said to me, Al, he was supposed to do this movie himself years ago, and me, I was supposed to play Modigliani. Then didn't happen, and like a year ago, he came to me and he said, "Hey, John, I think it's better that you got to do this, man. Come on, you got to direct this film." And Johnny, that's a better imitation of our. See, that's why I'm doing this because he did like all the imitations. He does all the characters actually. When he talks, he does Marlon Brando, and you feel like Marlon Brando is there with you. It's, it's quite impressive, I have to say. And and so he said to me, and when if Al Pacino comes to you and says you got to do this, I think it's better for you to do that. And so, but the main reason, which goes from Al to Johnny, and then of course to me, was the main sense of this film, which is the recognition in this dynamic that sometimes the contemporary world is blind, is not able to see, to appreciate, and give, to give value to incredible artists that in the contemporary world maybe they are too modern, they're too free, and so the power which is always connected with the artistic world, because it's a long story that starts from Giotto to Caravaggio to it's always been like this. Who has the money and who has the possibility to finance some artistic projects,
Yeah.
they they don't really like too much free spirits. But we know that in art, in the art, free people are the most talented ones. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for me in English to express. I don't want to be so so stiff, but I'm trying to express some dynamic which is always there.
So you have scenes with Al Pacino, you've got scenes with Stephen Graham, and you've got Johnny Depp directing as well. I would imagine that's quite an intimidating scenario to be in.
Well, it is better than in my best dream since I started doing this job. It's like someone years ago would have told me, listen, one day you gotta work with Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, and Stephen Graham. I would have said, yeah, and then I'm gonna become a pope. Unbelievable. Nobody believes that. And and I realized that Pacino was supposed to play that character at the reading true, because since that time, like it was like a scaramantic attitude. I said, I don't want to know, because I said to myself, it's not going to happen, this movie. Sometimes you get an offer and they say, okay, and then we're going to start. and then the movie doesn't happen. Said it's not going to happen. This movie, come on, it's and then I find myself on the reading through, ready to go, like a week before we started, and then I realized that Pacino was supposed to play Gagnan, and I was like, I had the chance to do like in Hit, the film, like this big scene, this big confrontation of these two opposite sides, the power of, you know, a collector and the artist. So it was like, wow, what a chance as an actor, you know, to have this possibility to work without, not just in a little scene like this, little like, no, the scene of the film.
So, can you tell me about your first meeting with Johnny Depp? Because my the impression I get of him is that he's quite a joker.
Well, I was driving down to Puglia from Rome, and I was driving, and in my car I had my daughter with a nanny, and because the meeting was arranged at 7 p.m., but of course, because Johnny, this is very Johnny, he procrastinate the interview, the meeting, this Zoom call, and they I received a message says, okay, it's now postponed at 10 o'clock p.m. So I was driving, so I stopped in a gas station, and I said to the nanny, okay, take a look at my daughter. I need to do something very important. I have this Zoom call with Johnny Depp. The nanny was like, woo, whatever. And and I get into the gas station, and I asked the people that they have this little house, you know, the gas station. I asked them, they recognized me. They said, oh, Riccardo, let's take a picture. I said, yes, please, but can you lend me for like 20 minutes this place, because I need to do something very important. I said, okay, yes, no problem. Take it. This is the air conditioning thing. So I was there, put my phone like this, and start the Zoom call with Johnny. And we were talking like this, and then suddenly he said, hey, buddy, but where are you? Where are those things? Because I had like deodorant for cars and oil, engine oil on the other side. And I said, I'm sorry, Johnny, but I'm in a gas station because, you know, I'm driving down to Puglia. And Johnny says, to Steven, that I couldn't see there, producer, hey, Steven, he's in a gas station. He's my man. He's my man. It's been always, all the film, always like this, you know. It's like Johnny loves to challenge, to create uncomfortable situations, to change last minute things, um, and I really like that too. This is the way I trained myself for years to work in, you know, cinema actors. The job we do is very different from the theater, of course, which I've done many times. But what I love about cinema is that you really, so the script has been written 2 years ago. Now we are today doing this film, and the conditions, the situations are different, and so you need to be very much elastic, very free to create something alive, you know. And sometimes I provoke, and in this film very much so, we provoked some accidents to deliver something alive, you know, changing lines. And it was fantastic. It was because the script was very much philological to the dialogues that were very period film, so posh English, you know, like a formally very period. Then Johnny, of course, for example, I'll give you an example. There is a phrase that I say on the bridge with Utrillo, with Bruno, when I say, in today's time, my friend, people are pissing in your face while they're pretending it's just rain. phrase like this kind. It's not exactly like this, but somehow it was crazy. Is that what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck are you doing? It's like the slang of more American, I have to say, is a mix between English and an American contemporary way to talk. It's more like Coen Brothers kind of dialogues. Of course, nobody talks that English at that time. We don't care, you know. We don't care. It's just we want to deliver the sense of friendship between three of them, the 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 madness of this character, not just recreating a fake conventional character.
Um, so sorry, just wanted to ask you one final question. Your opening scene in the restaurant develops into sort of slapstick comedy, quite physical comedy. And I understand Johnny Depp is quite hands-on in demonstrating that. Is that right?
Well, it was yeah, because for example, my last phase before I break the glass, uh, it's something that yeah, we talk a lot about that, and it was dying of laughing while I was doing that. So if you feel your director is having fun, is exactly it's all you need. You don't need more. If you hear at the monitor the director laughing, having fun, this is then you feel you superhero. You can do whatever you want. You feel like you can do impossible things because it's like the first audience is your first spectator and is having fun. So he came to me and we set up. We said, yes, let's do this. Just a little bit more than normally with the facial expressions because we wanted to be a little bit slapstick, as you said. Yeah.